Man, Shaq came out like, God.
I got ice on my knee.
He did some move, bro. It felt like I was just in a car accident, bro.
I mean, damn, he was pulling down the backboards when he dunked.
I want to ask about your first impression of Shaq on the court.
It's scary.
Well, give me your best. Let me see your best.
Go ahead, show me what you've got. Bring your best. That challenge didn't start under the bright lights of Hollywood, and neither did the legend. Long before the cameras, the commercials, and the global fame, the rise had already begun. Before Shaq became a larger-than-life personality speaking to millions, he was making noise on the hardwood at Cole High School in San Antonio. That's where the dominance first showed up. That's where the superstar mindset was built.
What's the secret to Cole's success this year?
Well, secret is me.
When Shaquille O'Neal stepped into the NBA, it didn't feel like a routine rookie debut. It felt like the league had just unlocked something it wasn't ready to handle. There was no need for a detailed scouting report. One glance told the whole story. He stood 7'1", weighed close to 300 pounds, yet moved with shocking speed and lift. Veterans still talk about that first warm-up, staring in disbelief at how someone that massive could glide down the floor so effortlessly. Then the ball went up, and the disbelief turned into reality. Shaq wasn't easing his way into greatness. He arrived overpowering. From his first games, the paint became his territory. He ripped through double teams, shattered backboards, and made seasoned rim protectors look powerless. Big men who had built careers on toughness suddenly found themselves just trying to survive each possession. And it wasn't only the strength that stunned people, it was the certainty. Shaq played like he already knew the answer before the defense even asked the question. Foul him, crowd him, throw 3 bodies at him. It rarely mattered. If he caught the ball deep in a lane, the play was practically finished. Legends have admitted that facing him for the first time didn't just feel difficult. It felt unfair, almost like the game hadn't updated its rules yet. Long before the titles, before the MVP trophy, and before the dominance with the Los Angeles Lakers, players understood. They were witnessing something rare. When they tell the story now, there's always a pause, a moment where they search for the right words, and then the same conclusion. They had never seen anything like him before, and they likely never will again. And now, let's take a look at the NBA legends and players who have shared what it was really like seeing Shaq for the very first time.
In 1989, 1990, I had a show in Indianapolis called The Reggie Miller Show.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
And I just so happened to be interviewing Larry Bird. I was talking about Magic and Michael and Isaiah Thomas, all the guys that we were currently going against. He's like, I'm just telling you, there's a young kid. I've never seen anything like it before. Out of LSU, goes by the name of Shaquille O'Neal, and he's going to be the next big superstar.
I think the best player in the world right now is probably Shaquille O'Neal. Once he gets in the league and gets established, he's going to be the same type of player. He's right up there with the best of all of them right now. Thanks, Larry.
The first time I met Shaquille O'Neal was 1990, Georgia Tech playing against LSU. And I said, what the heck is this? 7'1", 288 pounds, running the floor like a deer.
Shaq, in college, and then hearing about him coming into the NBA, it was really like for us the second coming of Wilt Chamberlain. His power was just unmatched. I mean, damn, he was pulling down the backboards when he dunked.
I didn't know what to expect. I knew that he was a force to reckon with, and I knew that he was very agile and quick on his feet, but I didn't know how he was going to put it together.
Cycling unchallenged on that rebound. Shaquille knocked it away from him.
He's one of those generational kind of players, so you knew right away that this guy's, the potential is limitless.
Ooh, the league is in trouble. He put the league on notice. He came out with tremendous energy, played with such force. You just knew he was going to be special.
Anderson spins, fires, off the glass, won't go. O'Neal's tap is good. Baby!
He had a chip on his shoulder from the get-go. And I think he wanted to prove himself. At the time, there was Patrick Ewing, there was Rick Smits, there was Hakeem Olajuwon, there was David Robinson. He wanted to come in and show, arguably, why he was the best.
He wasn't intimidated by anyone. Great respect for the game and for other players. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, were the standard bearers, but not afraid to drop Michael on his backside.
Jordan turns and faces. Shot clock at 7, 6, and Shaquille, that might really hit him hard.
Like he broke the hydraulics. Broken the rim, said, whoa. Like it went down and came back up and went back down again. I was like, is he that strong?
I remember the first time I got to play against him, Will Chamberlain was there. Will tossed the ball up. I think he had a great game against us that night. I think I got in foul trouble. Herb Williams, Charles Oakley all had to chip in, and even Anthony Mason to play him. But that's just how big and dominant he was. We threw.
That's a wrap on today's story. If you enjoyed the video, drop a comment and tell me which NBA legend had the best first-time Shaq experience. I want to know whose reactions.
Play against him. Will Chamberlain was there. Will tossed the ball up. I think he had a great game against us that night. I think I got in foul trouble. Herb Williams, Charles Oakley all had to chip in, and even Anthony Mason to play him. But that's just how big and dominant he was. We threw everything at him but the kitchen sink.
I remember just teasing Patrick, myself and John, we were teasing him about going up against Shaq.
I played against Patrick Ewing, who was great. David Robinson was great. Same thing with Hakeem Olajuwon. I played against and with Hakeem Olajuwon, but he was not the physically imposing person that Shaq is.
Sky is the limit to his potential. I mean, he's an excellent player. He's a true big man.
He wanted to see us compete against one another because we were 1 and 2. It was worth the price of admission when we played.
Oh, what a dunk. Hey, look at him look back at morning.
Stood out to you the most. Don't forget to like the video, share it with fellow basketball fans, and subscribe so you never miss the next breakdown. Until next time, stay tuned and keep the conversation going.